Hello, guys.
So welcome everyone to today's webinar in the ongoing Impact Summer Journey 2016. Today we have some interesting people from Oslo and from other parts of the world. It's an event that is taking place over the last days here, and we will soon hear from one of the founders about what they have been doing. It's called Young Sustainable Impact, and I think we have some solutions and ideas for the future there. So I would like to welcome our first guest here, Mayuran, or if I pronounce it correctly, and maybe you can tell about what is this about, the background, and what have been doing over the last days. It seems to be really cool stuff you're doing there.
Yeah, so Young Sustainable Impact really started as an organization trying to solve global climate challenges using young entrepreneurs. So it really started after Paris conference, and we thought, okay, the Paris conference is great, but it's not really solving any problem. It's just creating more policies and just debating back and forth. So we thought, okay, why not create our own like Paris conference just for entrepreneurs that focuses on young people who want to actually solve the problems and actually create solutions for those problems. So that's really the main goal behind Young Sustainable Impact. It's to create a platform for young entrepreneurs to solve our time's greatest climate challenges.
And can you tell a little bit about the process from Paris till now? How did it work, and how did you get the people there?
Yeah, so we started off in October. So we started off in October as nothing more than an idea. And we had an epic team. We had a team of 10 high school students, university students, and entrepreneurs in Oslo. So we started off with that team, and then we expanded and got in touch with partners, with participants. We started marketing it out and reached out to our network to find people who would be interested in this. And that's how we really got the 20 under 20 for this year. So the whole concept for this one, the first conference, is called 20 under 20. So you're bringing 20 participants from 20 under 20 years from 16 countries, and they will be spending 1 week in Oslo from last Wednesday until tomorrow, where they will develop solutions for climate challenges.
Can you give some name or who have been supporting you there in the event?
Yeah, so Startup Lab has been our main supporter. Startup Lab, Reitan-gruppen, Telenor, yeah, Leif Høeg. There's been a couple of companies as well, Flybussexpressen, Ruter. Yeah, there have been a couple of companies. I think that the main ones are Startup Lab, Telenor, and Reitan-gruppen.
Great. And how has the week, what about the design of this week? I think it's 7 days in total, or?
Right. So we started off, the first day was just arrivals, and then the next day we started off, so they had, each and every participants had their own solutions, and then they come together, they present a solution, they chose 4 solutions that they would work on, created 4 teams, developed idea from just an idea until a proper pitch, a proper business model, and then they pitched it today at Telenor, and then they're going to pitch it again in 2 hours.
So you're like in the final stage of the week right now.
Right. Yeah.
Can you give like a short overview of what type of ideas? What I understand is that you have been working on 4 selected ideas, but all of the entrepreneurs came with 1 idea or something.
Right. Yeah. So the 4 ideas are, so one of them is, the first one is called Hope. So that's actually George from Tanzania's his idea. It's
Great.
called Hope. Just you can
yeah. So that George, you are the perfect person to describe what's this about, and welcome to Norway.
Thank you. So the idea is creating an innovative, effective, and sustainable agricultural community in Tanzania in order to support both the local and national economy, and also improve the well-being of the people there. So the basic concept is creating a small village, agricultural village, where we will be training the villagers, providing them with the most modern tools and enforcing the aspect of environmental conservation, and also providing employment, and also, yeah, alleviating poverty. So the concept is scalable. We plan to begin at a small area in Tanzania called Singida, almost as a center, then expand in about 2 years, and we hope in about 3 years, when we can break even, maybe we can start expanding outside the country. So the goal is to create this concept all over developing countries, and we hope it might really help.
So you came with the idea here to Norway, to Oslo,
Yeah.
if I understand. So
Yeah.
So when how long time had you this idea in your mind, or did you already start a bit before?
Well, actually, I've had the idea for quite a while, for about 3 years now, but it was just a plan, an idea. I really didn't know most of the business concept or how to really build it into an actual applicable plan. So I got the opportunity to do it here at the Oslo conference, and I'm really proud of that.
How did you find out about the conference?
Well, I met my Uran in San Francisco. It was a university program, and he told me about it. To be honest, it was really impressive and hard to believe that it really existed, that there are people, young people like me, who are really aiming at changing the world. And when I got accepted, I don't know, it was like a dream coming true, because I got all the basic experience that I'm ever going to need in my life here. So basically, my Uran introduced me to the program.
And what do you feel the idea? How has it developed over the week? What are the biggest changes you see? Where is the progress?
Well, I came here with an idea, and it got accepted. But then again, we were put in teams. I had 4 other members from different countries. The challenge was all other members had a similar idea, but we were all from different countries, And I was really impressed on how we could really come up with a single plan that could be executable. The challenge was getting together, focusing on a similar point. But then again, we had perfect coaches here, and that was really amazing. Having people from different countries all working at a similar goal. It has always been you most of the time working alone, but now you have a team working at a similar goal, your goal, believing in it. So it was a really amazing experience, and we had these guys like 24/7. It was really, it's something that I really hope to experience again, and yeah, I really hope this doesn't really end here. I hope other people maybe in the future can get to experience what I have experienced.
Great. So what I can hear is that you had a great experience in Oslo and in the conference so far.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think we have some more people there as well. Victoria from Brazil, at least, or
yeah.
hello. So did you have an idea with you as well?
Yes, I have an idea that got accepted, and I was really happy with it because actually I had this idea in my first year of high school, and we have to do this science fair. And my idea was about the poorest region in Brazil that is called Sertão. So this region is full of potential, like solar energy, for ocean water and all this stuff, but it suffers from droughts almost all the year. So I really had this feeling for during my entire life that I had to do something for that region. And my idea was actually a plan of educational thing, and because I do a research with the University of the State of Rio de Janeiro about easy ways to get people from these arid regions to correct the acid level of the soil and get to grow crops. So we can do this stuff with eggshells and things like this that are really cheap and easy to get, and natural things which makes it sustainable. So I have this research there, and I just sent my idea to the I applied with my idea to YSI, and I was really happy that I got it into. And actually, this is my first time in Europe, so it's really exciting. And when I got here, I got really happy that actually my idea wasn't the chosen for my team, but the idea we had, that is from my colleague Nitash, was really similar to mine. It was just like more developed because one phase of my research uses a solar distiller, so we can get pure water from seawater. But actually his idea uses this solar distiller with an equipment that can generate energy at the same time. So we will get pure water, or drinkable water, and electricity. So it's super great and even better than what I have thought. So I'm really excited that during the test run year of our project, I will be actually able to go to this place and tell more people about this idea of not only getting there and saying, oh, this is a new equipment, we have this for you, just enjoy it. No, we want people to learn how it was idealized at first, and then how we constructed it, and just how they can get the best experience ever from this kind of things we are trying to do for them. So I was really happy we could develop this idea here, and it seems more clear, and here we have this atmosphere like it's really going to happen, and it's awesome because sometimes we feel discouraged if we have an idea that we think it's great, and we show people and people say, oh, it's really great, but nobody does anything to make it become true. And here we have the support. So it was really an amazing experience because we can get the business side of everything. It's not just an idea anymore, or and nothing that it's only in the imaginary plane. We just put it down in words and in planes and in slides. So, and it was really awesome.
So you feel that you can take what you've learned over this week into action in Brazil, in this place, and you can see the next steps?
Yes, actually we intend that the project go global, but at the first stage we just wanted to put it in action in Brazil because we have this perfect place that is called Areia Branca, and we have this poverty and villages that are really they don't really know what it means to have a television or things like this. Like, they don't have electricity, they don't know what electricity is, and they are close to the sea, what makes it easier for us to get the seawater. And actually, as it's Brazil, we have this huge solar radiation coming in, so it makes easier too for the generation project of energy.
Okay, so just final thing there. How do you see the business model in there?
Sorry?
How will it affect the economy? Where do you see the best impact on the economy with this type of idea?
Yeah, actually, this is the best part of a project, in my opinion, because we got the conclusion that actually this region in particular receives a huge amount of money from the government for the social cause that they have, the social program for miserable people. So they get this help because they are people that work seasonally. So they are like if you have a family here and your wife stays with the kids and you just go to another region to get some work and they keep on doing this all the year. And we really want to have the impact of going there first with only the water part of the project. So we would teach them how to get water from the equipment so they don't have to walk for miles a day if they want to get water only for drink. And so, and actually this equipment can provide people with up to 1,000 liters of water per day, which is a lot for these families that has nothing. So we are actually going to teach them this agricultural side of the project and get them engaged in the idea of producing things there. So before the electricity comes, we are going to help them develop this land process and connecting to nature and not seeing their environment as an obstacle. They're going to see this as an opportunity to grow. And this is what it means the most for me in the project, because then when we get the electricity, we hope that, we hope that they will be already developed in this level of agriculture and family agriculture mainly, and so they can really get the most of this development and not as a favor or as something that somebody does and they are just passive. No, we want them to be active in this project too.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, looking forward to find out more of this and what will happen. Please share some links. So all of you there from the projects there, we have an event site and some groups also, so we can share your inspiring stories there.
Yeah, so the name of the name of the project is Aqua Solis. Yeah, that means water and sun.
Okay, okay. Do you have a link or web page or whatever?
Yeah, we have a Facebook page.
We can share all the projects later so people can go in and find out. If you have Facebook pages or websites, likewise share it. So thank you very much. And I think we have, did we have one more person there?
Yeah, we have.
Maybe we have more. Oh, great.
Hello, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you here.
Thanks. So please tell about what you are coming from and your idea and what you find out so far in Oslo.
Yes, sir. So basically, I come from New Delhi in India, and I came here with my own project. And when I made my team with three of my friends here, all four of us had four different plans. I had a business plan on how to reduce ozone depletion. One of my friends had a plan of making self-sustained villages and towns. The third person had a plan of introducing environmental education into schools so that they care more about the environment. And the fourth person had a plan on reducing the amount of meat in people's meals and increasing the amount of fish meals. So, but when we four sat together and debated on each of the projects, none of the projects were actually selected, and we came up with the fifth idea, which is actually we call it Eco Connect. In this particular project, what we do is that we connect farmers to biogas companies. because these farmers, they produce all over the world. We have over 50 billion tons of livestock waste being produced every day, and this waste is either dumped or put into landfills, and this is creating a big problem. But one thing that we realized is that this livestock waste actually produces a gas. It actually decomposes slowly and slowly and produces a gas. Now, that gas is actually much more efficient than even the current fossil fuels that we have today. So we said, why not just utilize this biogas in cooking our food, maybe heating our lamps, keeping ourselves hot, driving our cars, making electricity. So we have these biogas companies already in existence, which have this technology, but there's no connection between the farmers and the biogas companies. There's no one to connect them. So almost 99% of the livestock waste, which is a potential source.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Which is a potential source of biogas, and a lot of biogas, that biogas was being wasted. So, sir, you would have been heard of Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
So, like Airbnb just connects people to hotels and people who are about to give rooms, right?
Mhm.
So, we are just like an Airbnb thing, a type of Airbnb company, and we are connecting farmers to the biogas companies. We will develop a website where we will like map all the biogas companies in an area, and we collaborate with farmer unions. So these unions will connect us with the actual farmers, and these farmers can come to the platform. They can get the information on where is the nearest live biogas company. They don't have to do anything. They just have to come to the website and schedule a pickup. The company will come there and pick it up, because apparently these companies are paying a lot of money for this livestock waste. In the US itself, for just like 1 kg of livestock waste, they are paying around $20. And one farm is producing around 300 kgs of livestock waste per day, considering from the cows, from poultry farms as well, and they can make a lot of money. Even farms in USA are making a lot of money right now, but they are the farms which are very, very close to these biogas companies. So we said, why not connect every farm to these biogas companies? So the farmer can see the price on the website, that at what price he can sell the livestock waste. So he will be able to see what profit he will be gaining. He will gain all the information about the company, where is the company registration, so that there's a transparency maintained between both sides. And we will be a connecting link. We will ensure that the resources keep going on from one place to the other. Even though we will not be handling the transport will be handled by the biogas companies itself. We will be acting more like a logistics firm, and coordinating support between the two sides. One more thing that we are also doing is training the farmers on how to handle the waste properly, so that most of the biogas is trapped inside the waste until and unless it is put into the biogas digester, where biogas is taken out of the waste. We will teach them how to handle it, how to pack it, and how to deliver it. And plus, we will also maintain a contract, and a very economically realistic contract. In this contract, we will have certain terms that a company must pay a minimum amount of biogas of minimum price for each kilo of livestock waste, because in the past there have been experiences where such startups came up, but the villagers were exploited because some of them are not literate. So many of these startups failed because the farmers backed out, because they were getting exploited. So we don't want that. So from the very start, we are keeping some norms that the companies have to follow, some norms that the farmers have to follow, and there's a lot of transparency in the system. That is what we are going to do in phase 1. We have 2 phases of this plan. In phase 2, we will introduce new methods to the farmers, like one method that is currently coming up, that is innovative recycling. In innovative recycling, what we have is, through different objects, we can actually make objects of real life use. Like there is this thing going on right now in my country, that through cans and a little bit of through cans and clothes, yes,
Yeah.
sorry,
Please.
through cans and clothes, they have made a bicycle, and a bicycle that is moving at a very legitimate speed, but that is actually a very helpful resource at a place where there is like lack of communication, or farmers have to travel a lot of distances. So an innovative recycling is a very, very big industry that is it is going to become a very big industry in the future, what we expect. So we are going to introduce these techniques to the farmers as well in the second phase, so that they start becoming self-sustained. So that what we want is that every activity going at a farm sustains the other activity. Like farming sustains electricity, because after farming you get and after poultry management you get bio waste. So livestock waste. From that you get biogas, and it supports electricity. Now electricity should support their activities. So like mixing up all these activities so as to form a self-sustained circle. All activities are supporting each other, and raw materials are coming up from one another. Like and so there's no need of extra fossil fuels and extra. There will be no need of natural resources. It'll just be a self-sustained circle which will have a very good sustainable output. That is our main aim. And our phase 1 is connecting them to biogas companies. Second is innovative recycling. Third will be expansion. We will teach them how to expand their farms, land management, because there's a lot of problem of land management. They don't know how to properly utilize the amount of land they have, like building their houses at a proper place in the farmland, using correct measurements. The education of these things is very poor currently when it comes to farmers. Teaching these things so that they are more efficient and more productive, ultimately making them self-sustained. This is our final aim, and we go through this in 3 phases. This is how it goes, sir.
And when we speak about time, what would happen in the, let's say, coming half year? What would happen when you go back now?
If you talk about time, then if we have estimated a timeline that in 6 months we will be developing the platform and starting with the startup in the United States right now, because the United States has the most potential for biogas companies and farmers. This startup has the most potential there. In 12 months, we have an expected number of at least 250 connections. We expect to make at least 250 connections between farmers and biogas companies. By 18 months, we expect to have a very stable organization in the US. And then we will start looking forward to expanding this venture to other countries, basically in Northern Europe and South Asia, because we have seen that Northern Europe has a lot of potential and South Asia also has a lot of potential for this venture. After that, after 2.5 years, we expect that phase 1 will be almost successful and we can start planning on phase 2. We will introduce phase 2 by the end of 3 years, and we will introduce phase 3 after the end of 4 years.
Sounds like a great idea. How much, what will you need in finance for this startup stage?
Yes, sir. So right now we have the only costs that we are looking at are the general administrative costs of the venture. like if we will be working together, so just sustaining the company for a little while, those general administrative costs and the cost of developing a platform, which might be taken by the developers that will be the programmers that will be developing our platform. Right now we are looking at some of our friends. We are looking forward to our friends who might help us program and make this code for us. So if we are able to find the right connections, the cost can reduce very drastically, and we might the current cost is estimated at $5,000 in developing the platform and the general administrative costs for 1 year. Because right now all the team members have working parents, so we don't really have to buy a new office and work over there. Right now we can work as a digital company, and we also have, this is one place where we will be earning profit, is we will be having a percentage share of the amount of profits that the biogas companies will make. So when that particular finance starts coming to us by the end of 1 year, we expect that we will have enough percentage share of profits that we will be able to transform ourselves into a more constructive company with a building and a much better workplace.
Okay. Sounds great. Looking forward to hear about that, and all the best in the future.
Thank you, sir.
Maybe we meet in US next year or so. Maybe back to Maureen to sum it up here, and seems to have some great teams and ideas to work on.
Definitely, yeah. Best people and the best ideas.
Yeah, and what will happen now after the event? How do you go forward? Will you keep the groups together in some way, or what are you aiming for?
So we'll try to maintain the relationship with all the groups. So obviously all of the participants won't be able to continue with the projects for different reasons, right? So we hope that most of them will continue with their project. At least, let's say 3 or 4, even 5 people from each group will continue with their project. That's our main goal. Our main goal is to have an 80% retention rate from idea to actual implemented solution, so that at least 80% of the ideas actually become real solutions. So we'll try to help them with like putting up network like connections with investors, with people with different competencies, with mentoring companies. So we're talking with different mentoring companies who could be actual mentors for these people in the aftermath of the conference.
Brilliant. So I'm looking forward there to follow young sustainable impact in Oslo and Norway and all over the world. So you're truly a global. It would be interesting to hear more about the culture experiences and how the teams work. But I think it's another story for a follow-up maybe in the autumn, how all the teams and the individual members experience this week in Oslo. But what I can hear, it must have been an awesome week. So thank you very much for joining this Impact Summer Journey 2016. Follow up there on the event page. We have an event page. You can share about your websites or whatever, and just join in and connect with people. It's evident that with connecting with people and with a diverse pool of resources, you can get a lot going there and help out each other.
Definitely, yeah.
So thank you very much, and have the best. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.